After a gap of 8 months, India and the United Kingdom have restarted negotiations to seal a free trade agreement. Jonathan Reynolds, the British Secretary of State for Business and Trade, met Union Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal. The FTA negotiations were launched in January 2022. A total of 13 rounds of talks have been held till December 2023. The talks were paused when the 14th round was underway. The British side wanted to put the talks on hold as the country went to polls in May 2024.
I'm immensely pleased that both Jonathan and I have agreed to resume free trade agreement negotiations in a very, very cordial atmosphere and with great trust between the two governments, which was reflected in the meeting this morning.
For us, it's about the quality of agreement rather than the speed at delivering them. But I can say as part of that, there is real urgency, I feel, as part of this process. This is a top priority for the UK government. It has not just my support, but the very strong support of the Prime Minister.
India and the United Kingdom have resumed negotiations on a potential free trade agreement after nearly a year. Now, an FTA, a double contribution convention agreement, that is a totalization agreement, and a bilateral investment treaty are being negotiated in a conjoined manner. Also, India had requested the UK to consider a social security agreement around 2 years back. So that, of course, is something which also remains on the table. Also, the ministers in a joint briefing had indicated that immigration has never remained a part of any trade negotiations anywhere in the world, and business mobility is a separate issue than immigration, which is something which would be possibly discussed as part of the FTA negotiations. India's Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal indicated that tariffs would remain on certain sectors, mainly to protect economies of both the countries from other economies which engage in predatory pricing, in dumping of goods, and also engage in non-transparent actions. Apart from that, both the ministers indicated that not just British businesses, but even Indian businesses have invested in the UK and vice versa. 500,000 jobs have been created in the UK due to Indian investments, and several companies which are operating on both the sides will stand to gain from an FTA.
With that, it's a wrap on this edition of News Center. More news and updates continue right here.